Hello. All right. So, happy Monday. It is, I think it's the first Monday. Yes. So you may either be in, you may be in Garfield's camp today, like, I hate Mondays, I love lasagna. Or you could just be happy that it's another day and we are here. And welcome to the channel. I felt a little frustrated by the end of the night yesterday because I was trying an experiment with planning, and it wasn't very organized. I'll just go ahead and say that. So I had not quite decided my priorities for the organizations, the way that I was organizing things. And so I felt like I was just getting more anxious because it was not quite right. And so I've redone it. It's a little bit more organized. So I'm hoping that it will help and not be too frustrating today. So essentially, I'm trying an experiment with a 10-block work week. And so essentially you're supposed to pick out like 10 tasks or priorities. And sort of like the default would be like each of those 10 tasks had 4 hours that you would work on them during the week, which would equal a 40-hour work week. So it's sort of like a way to track time, projects, etc. when you're a freelancer working from home. That way you are ensuring that you are getting all of the tasks done that you want, as well as not spending inappropriate time on things. And so my first attempt was just like so messy because I was trying to add things. I picked out more than 10 items that I really wanted to focus on. And so I was trying to, my neighbors just drove by with a obnoxiously loud car. So I have redone my priorities and reallocated time frames to them. And then I've separated the ones that are like work from the ones that are more of like fun. So I've redrawn it starting today. So I'm hoping that this will help. So yeah, but I'm not really sure if it's the like needing to know like exactly how much time I spent on things, because if I get in a sort of like, I don't know what you call it, flow state, if I get in the zone, I'm like, I'm not looking at the clock. I don't know like necessarily what time I entered the flow state and like how long I've been working. And so that was kind of freaking me out yesterday because I had been working for a while on one thing and then I just automatically switched to the next thing on my list and I didn't look at the clock. So I was like, I don't know how many should. So there's that. So I'm trying the experiment with that. I'm hoping it goes better today than it was yesterday. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing sort of like in the background today, besides working on the things that I want to during the stream today, is trying to track the different projects that I'm working on, because I found that I had become super hyper focused on one project at a time. And so each month when I would look at my analytics, like I would have one project that had the lion's share of the words for the month. And so I was like, I want to be accomplishing all of my projects. So this is not good. But yeah, so has anybody tried the project tracker thing like this? I got this idea from Matt Ragland. He has a YouTube channel that he explains it. It's sort of like the more of like minimalism, productivity based bullet journaling rather than artsy, fun, creative stuff. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying it. It may not work out. It may just be that I need to like be my Piscean creative random self. But yes, I'm trying it. So Lizzie says, hey, you won't stay long, but you want to get some reading in, and you're also going to be brainstorming blog post ideas and working with Pinterest. Nice. And I asked Lizzie that if you figure out the secret to Pinterest, do let us know. It is the last day of Christmas break. Yes, that is very true. So good luck to you in the new semester. Sarah says, hello, hello. Megan says, hello all. You're trying to come up with video ideas. Yeah, that's the thing I have to do too. I have one scripted. I just need to, like, you know, film it and then edit it. The editing part is kind of what's stopping me, to be honest. Elizabeth says, hello, everyone. You have moderate control over your lessons, so you will be writing today. Yay! Devin is here. Howdy. Yay. Hooray. Sarah says, I like Mondays. They feel like a reset, usually. You had a bad night's sleep, though. Oh, no. And you'd happily go back to bed and start over tomorrow instead. Oh, I hope your day gets better. If you need a nap, maybe a nap is the thing. Laura dreams big. Hello. How are you? Elizabeth says, doesn't that defeat the flow state to monitor when you are on? Yeah, it kind of does. And that's, I think, part of why I was feeling anxious. But I would like to be more efficient in my attaining goals. And so, like, you know, actually attain them. So I'm trying it to see if it works for me. Thus far, mixed results, shall we say. So Lizzie says, I have 2 new pins up on Pinterest for your creative blog. Just need to work on descriptions for 2 more. Excellent. I have very much abandoned my Pinterest of 2020. Did I post anything there in 2020? Maybe not. Lizzie says, I'm so bad at tracking. Well, and that's the thing. So I track my words, and I have sort of categorized them into, like, my fantasy, my romance, my short stories, research, and journal. So those are my typical categories. And so I've been tracking those for a couple, like maybe five or 6 months, sort of broken down into those categories rather than just the word count. So it's kind of fun to see that. But again, like, it's making me realize that I become hyper-focused on one thing at a time. So I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. It just is. Lizzie says, I haven't set up my 2021 journal yet. Oops. Oh, no. Well, you have at least one partial week that you don't have to do because January 1 through 3 is done. So you can start on a Monday, which is what my weekly spreads start on a Monday. So Megan says, my goal this year is to be less productive and live in the moment more. Yeah. And there's that's the clash that I'm having, is like, I want to be free to do what I want. And then at the same time, like, I want to get all these things done. So I don't know. I'm at war with myself. Rosalind says, I think Sylvia did a block wheat spread video in her planner channel. Sylvia writes. Okay, so I might check that out. Let me write that down so I can go watch that later. Sylvia planner block week. Because since she is also a writer, it might make more sense if I watch hers, if she has, rather than Raglan's. So we'll see. Sarah says, I do the power sheets, which have monthly project trackers like that, but not that big or in depth. You can't handle that much tracking. A simple little bar is all you need. Yeah, and that's sort of like, I think, what the idea behind that was, but that you would have a little project progress bar for each project. And I don't know. We'll see. Devin has found Lizzie's Pinterest page. Woohoo! Thank you. Sarah says, also, I don't like to have a lot of projects going on at once. I can only work on one book at a time. When you multitask, you don't feel like you're making progress on anything. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure because like all the advice that I've sort of like absorbed from the publishing side of things is like you need to be working at this stage in one book and at this stage in another book. So like if you're doing final edits on one, you'll be outlining and drafting another one. So I don't know. But yeah, like I'm not doing well at the multitasking. Lizzie says, I'm working on another Pinterest account right now. I don't remember the last time I've used your writer one. Oh no. Devin says, what's the new one? Share it with us. Sylvia Plans, the other channel. And so there's Sincerely Sylvia, and then Sylvia with a Plan. I think those are her two ones, her two channels. Petra says, hello, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you as well. And okay, so this is Lizzie's current Pinterest. There you go. You'll change the handle once once it blows up. Charlie is here. Hey, what? No Project Shadow today, but hello and welcome anyway. It rhymed. Shadow's Lair says, sorry, making lunch. Don't be sorry for that. You need food to fuel your brain. Never be sorry for that. Okay, so, and as an added bit of fun, I am wearing my Monty Python shirt because it's fun. So yes, that is sort of the vibe that I have going on today. I am going to be working on editing first, try and get that out of the way. Editing a written piece, not a video, because my computer would not handle that well if I tried to do editing a video as well as streaming. So, and let's see, Laura is here. Hello, good evening. How are you? How has your Monday been? Elizabeth says, aha, and your father smelled the berries. Yes, exactly. It's such a fun movie. It's my favorite with the killer rabbit and everything. I love it. Charlie says, I'm streaming on that channel this afternoon or evening, but I have some shorts to schedule on this channel. Gotcha. I will fetch that link a little bit later, or you could post it in the link parade if you are, but I will find it later. So do that during the sprint. Brain. What is my brain doing? My brain is going everywhere. That's what it's doing. Okay, share the screen. That's what I meant to do. I'm clicking all the buttons except for the share the screen. Is what's happening. Okay, so we're going to do the 15-minute warm-up with our little pink penguin. Because he's adorable and I just can't stand it. So, but that is going to be one of the things that we're doing today is the penguins, maybe some of the other ones. And yeah. Again, I'm clicking on everything except for the right buttons. Oh, Devin says pink penguin. Oh, look, another double P. Yes. So we have the Pomodoro penguin. We have the pink penguin. We'll have to think of other double P's for the other penguins. Okay. I definitely need this sprint as a warm up to like get my brain into gear. Okay. Here are your reminders. 1, save your document if you have already been working. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. Go ahead and take a sip now if you want. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back, do a posture check. And 4, if you need a longer stretch, take it. And you can also take it to the kitchen to get yourself a snack if you need brain fuel. So those are your reminders, and we will now go ahead and get started with this first sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, that was the end of that sprint. Let me pause this when it pops up. Okay. And we'll take this off. Where were we? Okay, I edited 171 words. So not great. I definitely was sort of distracted the first few minutes, but I finally got a start, so that's good. Yeah, I'm making it better. I'm cutting a good bit of words, but I am making it better. So that's awesome. And we had Ellie Vera. Hello, welcome. Hey, gang. How are we? Good. Shadows Lair says, again, YouTube unsubbed me. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. And it happens a lot. So I do see occasionally when I look at my the analytics page and see like the recent subscribers, I have seen the same names pop up as resubscribing. It's kind of funny. I'm like, I get, it's like, how many times can you subscribe to me? But I know it's because YouTube unsubscribes a lot of people, but it's still fine. So just Eva says, hey, just hopping in. Welcome. And Lizzie says, I came up with 5 post ideas in your lineup for January. Nice. That is excellent. Get Mad with Cad the Lad says, missed the first sprint, but you are using these productivity sprints anyway in the form of cleaning your room. Nice. Nice and productive. Sarah says, yes, I wish I could edit in the morning, outline in the afternoon, write at night, but you can't change gears like that. That would make a whole lot of sense to time block like that. Even if I had that kind of time, you wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah. Shadows Lair says, I really need to stop putting onion in your food. You despise the texture and keep putting it in because, quote, the recipe says so. If you like the flavor but not the texture, then onion powder might be the way to go. Onion salt would make it saltier, obviously, so that would sort of like change the taste a little bit more than just onion powder. But yeah, my dad has the same texture thing with onions, and so we use a lot of onion powder rather than full-on onions. And I don't like raw onion texture. I'm better with like sauteed or roasted, but even then, like sometimes they just don't do right. So yeah. Lizzie says, I want to write at least 15 posts this month so you'll be covered for when you have to get serious about school. That is very ambitious, but that is forward thinking of you. So good on you. Ellie says, you just had a snack of lentil chips. Nice. Megan says, I tried to come up with some video ideas. It was pretty unsuccessful. You came up with 0 ideas. That's what the video that I need to film today is the Q4 analytics video, because I slacked and didn't do those after September. So I have October, November, December to do sort of like all in one. And yeah. And then I have another one that I want to do. I have an unboxing, kind of, I guess. So I got an Oracle card deck. So I want to show those off, obviously, but I haven't unwrapped them yet. So there's that. What else? I know that I need to redo my shelves back here that I've been saying I'm going to do for like months. And so I probably will film that and do more of like time-lapse type thing, or like just film it all as like a private live stream to myself, and then like download it and then like condense it. Because my computer, for whatever reason, handles live streaming better than it does filming for long periods of time. I don't know. It's weird. But those are my current video ideas. So, In Stewart says, I'm ready to get to writing after this break. Exactly. Yes. Sarah says, I reread a scene and made some notes. Nice. Elizabeth says, considering cutting a side character from the story, so you wrote about 100 words or so of reasons to cut him out. I have to write my thoughts out to decide. Yeah, do the pro-con, like, column thing. Like, here's why he should stay. Here's why he should go. Petra says, got about 2 pages edited. I don't know why I tried to say 200. In Stewart says, I've been sorting my Google Drive, and that's been a great project. Yeah. Yeah. Laura says, edited 431 words. Nice. Mostly reading, but moved a lot around. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I do that a lot too. Moving things around. I'm like, oh yeah. Because I was telling my friend this the other day that I am not naturally an oral storyteller, because in the midst of a story, I will think of, oh, I should have told you this. It revealed a whole lot more, like foreshadowing. And so I'll go, let me take you back a little bit. And so my oral storytelling is, it needs a little bit of work, shall we say. And that's one of the reasons why I like working digitally, because then I can move chunks around when I finally think of it. So the Shadows Lair says, I finished making lunch that sprint and fed the children. Ellie says to Shadows Lair, if you don't want to use raw onion or powder, you can use celery. Oh, your boyfriend has GERD, and so we use celery to substitute onions. Did not know that. Interesting. That's a good tip. Lizzie says, and here I am, not having Wednesday's post ready. That happens. That always happens. For me anyway. I'm like, oh, I have this great idea for this thing way down the line. Let me do that instead of what I have to do for like 2 days from now. Yeah. Get Mad with Cat Lad says, meanwhile, I'm over here with too many video ideas. Well, then maybe y'all should collab. Shadows Lair says, we're having toast with pork hash. Nice. Charlie says, I gathered my thoughts and recorded 1 to 2 shorts. Nice. Shadows Lair says, I will keep that in mind for your friends who also do not like onion. Personally, I can't do celery textures. Is the wet snap texture. Gotcha. In Stewart says, does anybody have a favorite resource as far as world building Bibles go? Charlie has the World Anvil site that sort of helps you build your world building in a digital format. So Charlie is a big supporter of the World Anvil website. I think there are a couple of panels from the Evergreen Writing Oasis, maybe, or one of the other. Maybe it was the Worldwide Write-a-thons, but there were a couple of panels for series Bibles or story Bibles. I'm trying to think if Story Detective did one or not. I can't remember. My brain is not having, it's not doing perfect recall today, shall we say. Laura says, I like using chives when you want something lighter than onions. That's another good point. Yes. GERD is gastroesophageal reflux disease. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense now. Doll is here. Hello. How are you? I hope you are doing well on this first Monday of 2021. And Get Mad with Cat the Lad says, I've mostly organized one of my drawers and have gotten rid of even more clothes. Woohoo! Progress. Small progress, but it's progress. Yes. Yes. Amen to that. And Devin also says, hi, Doll. And Angel Reese says, hello. And Megan says, hi, Doll. Doll says, I'm not staying long because you have things to read and reading doesn't work well in sprints, so just saying hi. Well, thank you for popping in and saying hi. We appreciate it. Charlie says, I love World Anvil, but the method in Okay, so this is a book title. Stealing Fire from the Gods by John Bonnet is the best that you've ever seen. Yes, I remember that you recommended that one. Shadow's Lair says, also GERD is another reason why you need to stop adding onion to stuff that you have, because you have it as well. Dal says, it's good to see you guys. Aw, yay. Oh, Kev Led read that as, hi, Dad. Nice. Laura is here. Hello. Welcome. Laura, are you still streaming tonight at 9? Is that, because I didn't find a live stream set up yet, but if you do, let me know. So, Instuart says, thanks for the advice, Charlie. Yes. Lovely, Laura. Exactly. Charlie says, the first season of your myth weaving podcast is about how to set up a Bible and all of its parts, and you can find that on Anchor. Yes. Fun times. Okay, let's go ahead and do another sprint. Since I have the Pomodoro Penguin up, we will just continue with Pomodoro Penguin. 25 minutes of writing or productivity time. So let's do this. Okay, so reminders. 1, save your document. As I scroll my mouse over to hit the save button. 2, drink whatever you're hydrating with. 3, make sure you straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back, do a posture check. And 4, if you need to stand up, walk around, please do so. And investigate the kitchen for snacks if you are hungry. Those are your reminders. So now we can go ahead and get started. Beat the Pomodoro Penguin. So what are we going to name the pink one then? Would that be Perry? Well, I don't know. I don't know why Perry came to mind, but Perry did. So who knows? We'll have to name all the penguins. So here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, that was the end of the second writing sprint. How are we doing? Let's see where I am now. I am up to 692 for the, and I'm still editing, so we're making progress. It is, I figured out a situation when I was editing where I kind of went back and forth as to whether or not, like which room characters were in, if the room had been cleaned. And so I had to go fix that and sort of like figure out where exactly characters were, because apparently I had them in 2 different places at once. So I had to fix that. So I'm glad that I discovered that. But yeah, so I'm doing good. Doing good. So let's see where we were. Okay, so we were suggesting names for the penguins. So Pete the Pomodoro, Petunia for the pink one, maybe Petette or Peggy or Peep the penguin, or Pepper. So yes, nice. And yes, Devin has been adding streams to the playlists, so that is awesome. Yes, you needed to focus, for sure. Lizzie says, you have 4 more post ideas written down. Probably will write them out of order, but post in order. You can always rearrange the orders. You've posts lined up all the way through February 3rd. Nice. Very, very nice. PC Brown, hello. How are you? Our lovely writing weirdo friend. Maya says, hello, everyone. Welcome. And Ace is here. Hi, everyone. I shall be working on something on Wattpad and Tumblr. If you feel like it, there is the user handle for Ace if you want to follow and read and see what Ace is up to. And hello. Yes. BC says, hey. Hellos. Christina says, hello, joining late. Hope we are all well. And hellos. And Sarah says, I read through 2 more scenes. Nice. Elizabeth says, decided to cut the side character after all, rather than merge him with another. Now that character is much more interesting. 100 words or so on the merged character. Gotcha. Very nice. Yeah, I have to make a decision about merging or cutting a character for my YA fantasy, but I haven't made that decision yet. So I should probably do like you and make the pros or cons list. Shadow's Lair says, still cleaning the office during these weekdays. Nice. And Charlie says, I uploaded the first short. Excellent. Shadow's Lair says, found your son's little passport stuff. Ooh, nice. Laura says, I drew and now I'm about to paint the flowers in the bouquet from Spirited Away. Ooh, I love Spirited Away. It's such a good film. Laura Dreams Big says, I zoned out for most of the sprint and then got 150 words. Excellent. Megan says, I'm working on video ideas. I haven't had any winners yet, but your sluggish brain is starting to churn out some ideas. Excellent. Ellie Vera was doing some planning. Excellent. And Stuart says, I'm rounding all of the works that you're rounding up all the works that you will never touch again into one folder so that you never have to look at them because they're pretty bad stuff from high school / middle school. Gotcha. Cleaning it all up. Lizzie says 453 in a blog post about being creative in your own way and not trying to be like anyone else. Kind of hard to word, but you might write the first draft and then write another post. Excellent. I like that idea. Petra says 385 and you switched to drafting. Hooray! Angel Reese says, I worked on my daily sketchbook entry. Nice. Very nice. Christina says 20-ish words. Heather says, hello, everyone. Welcome. Ace says, anyone else hear that? What are we hearing? Are we hearing a click from my microphone? It does that occasionally. I'm sorry if you are. BC says, I've been working on social media graphics, trying to get the general stuff like stream links scheduled for social media, but you need new graphics. All right, that is our timer. So we can now go into the third sprint. And the third sprint is, it pops up as a 30-minute sprint, but we can always slide it down to a 25 Pomodoro length if y'all are needing the shorter time frame today. So do y'all want to keep it at 30 or do you want to go down to 25? What would you like to do? And I will pause it so we can get our reminders in as well. Humming noise. Yeah, so my laptop is kind of a clunker at this point, and the fan has become a lot louder than it used to be. And I have a Blue Yeti microphone, so I don't have like a compression thing or like background noise canceller thing on it. So I don't know. Somebody suggested putting a sock over it, but I don't know if that works or not. But I could try the sock. Yeah. 30 is good for you. 30 is good. 30 is good. Okay. Yes. And if you need to use the extra 5 minutes from the Pomodoro length to get a snack, that is also a great idea. Okay. So reminders. 1, save your document. Click the save button. 2, make sure you have something to drink. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back, do the posture check. And 4, if you need that extra stretch break or a snack break, take one. Okay? Those are your 4 reminders, and we can now get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, that was the end of that sprint. Hooray! How'd we do? Okay, so where are we? I am the end of this sentence. Okay. Okay. So 1889 plus 4. So I'm at about 1930, I think, if I've done my math right. Edited words, which is awesome. So I finished one chapter. I'm now on to the second chapter. Making some progress. I still have, I'm like maybe a third of the way through this chapter, through the second chapter. So that's pretty good progress. So I am appreciative of the the pace at which I am going. Started off a little bit slow, but doing pretty good. Okay, so Charlie and Megan were trying to help, saying that if you have the gain turned all the way down, it will help, but I have no idea where to find said gain. Megan has a Blue Yeti, but I have the Snowball. So I have this sucker, and there are no dials. So I don't know where to find it, essentially. Laura was suggesting Penelope and Pippin, or Pop and Pat, Penelope and Prince. We had several fun names suggested for the penguins. Lizzie says, fun story time. When we came home yesterday, socks and cat litter were everywhere. Oh no. BC says, oh, cat litter all over the floor is the biggest pet peeve you have, and it's usually the dog's fault and not the cat's. Ooh. Cat litter stuck under your feet is not a nice feeling. Yes, that is true. Lizzie says, we're going to have to close more doors when we go to Georgia in a few weeks. Probably. Pin and Gwen. I kind of like that, actually, for the two penguins. And Stuart says, my sorting is done. I'm finally feeling cleaned up enough to get back to your project. Yay! Hooray for an organized Google Drive. Lizzie says, finished the zero draft of the blog post, set up a schedule for it, and now to edit. Yay! Charlie says, I fixed the time zone on the new channel and scheduled social media posts. Excellent. Petra got 549. Yay! Elizabeth moved on to villain. You have had these characters in your head all throughout the zero and first draft, but this is the first time you've written them down and have structure on their wants, needs, and so on. Nice. Shadow's Lair is starting the duck for dinner. Ooh, nice. Elizabeth says, villains are hard, but villains are so nice. I love the villains a lot of times, more than I love the heroes. And I think in some ways that's a problem. I'm not sure. I always sort of like the roguish characters. I don't know. I like when a villain is just so well developed. So I appreciate the work that you are doing for your villain. BC says, 10 social graphics made. Yay, that is awesome. Shadow's Lair says, that's about 3 minutes each. That's a really nice pace. I wish my pace was that good for making social media graphics. Shadow's Lair says, finished cleaning out the little passports stuff. Nice. Lizzie also made a Pinterest cover for the blog post. BC Brown says, I love character profiles. Yes. It's awesome when they click into place, but struggling with this particular one. Oh no. Charlie says they have a blue app you can download to adjust the setting, but you don't know about the snowball. Okay, I'm going to blue app. It's written down. I will try to figure it out. But yeah, the snowball, I don't know. It's there. Ellie says, I just estimated my writing time for the next quarter and realized that due to your work and other personal commitments, you can only write for 21 days in the next 90. Oh no. Well, I guess you have to figure out what, prioritize what you want to write. Either that or see if you can snatch some writing time at lunch or something. Laura says, I finished the chapter. Yay! And BC says, got to bounce. Thanks for the stream. Awesome. Also, BC and Sako are doing their co-writing stream tonight. And I have the link for that. And I will post it a little bit later. Elizabeth says, oh, I guess I will probably about now, actually. Elizabeth says, I agree, but development is the problem. Right now, he's just sleazy and kind of dumb. You want him to be powerful, scary, and a little bit fun. Yes, like you admire but hate him at the same time. Yes. Angelie did a self-portrait sketch and cleaned all the mugs in the sink. Excellent. Ooh, that is a job in and of itself sometimes. Okay, let me go ahead and start the link parade because I do have quite a few links today. And then we can decide if we want to do like a little mini sprint at the end. What am I doing? There it is. There's my sprint sheet. Okay, so Devin has the playlist page on his channel. And it's awesome. And Devin's playlists are very, very helpful. And then this week is the Creative Kickstart Camp 2021. And so there is a playlist for that. And that is going on throughout the whole week. I'm not sure if Kayla is still streaming, but she was streaming when I started. So there's Kayla's stream. And then Mallory Cooper starts at 10 a.m., but then goes to 5 p.m. Eastern. So Mallory will still be streaming for another 2 hours. And HK Darkwood, Word Stitch, and Glory Writes the Blues all start at 4 p.m. Eastern. And third one. And today, Glory and Tom are going to be talking about adventure stories, which sounds awesome. And then Little Forest Tomes, which I discovered through Devin's playlists, is going to be streaming at 5 p.m. And then Charlie's second channel with Project Shadow. There's the link for that. And I think the time may be at 5 rather than 6 because you said that you had adjusted the time zone. So I think that's meant to be at 5 p.m. Eastern, but I'm not entirely sure. So Kelly Martin Books has apparently 2 streams today. One at 6 p.m. that is going to be talking about how to create a release and writing schedule for your publishing goals. So it's going to be more workshop style. And then at 8:30, which I will post in a couple of links, is a regular productivity stream. So that's at 6. And then Autumn and Bree are having a stream at 7 p.m. Samantha Nassett has a stream at 8 p.m. And then Kelly Martin has the second stream at 8:30. Laura starts at 9. And BC is at 9 as well with Sako. And then Sage with Moon Bunny Creative has a chill and chat safe space stream tonight at 10 p.m. So there you go. That's the links that I have, which is a lot of them. Your throat hurts from the smoke. Oh, what happened? Did the smoke alarm go off? Your sister forgot to put water in her mac and cheese. Oh, and it smoked in the microwave. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Yep. I haven't done that with mac and cheese, but when I was in my dorm freshman year of college, my roommate and I were watching a movie, and we wanted to melt some chocolate to like dip pretzels in and stuff like that. And so we didn't have like really meltable chocolate, but we had like the little Dove squares. So we unwrapped a whole bunch of those, put them in a bowl, and stuck that in the microwave. Only problem was the bowl was like really thick paper, like really thick, like almost cardboard, like that kind of bowl. And also chocolate is easy to burn. So we popped it in the microwave, and then we went back to watching our movie because we were like, it'll just melt in the microwave. It'll be fine. And then we started smelling something burning, and initially we thought it was somebody else in the hall that had burned their popcorn. But it was us, and our microwave was smoking, and so we had to stop it real quick. And then, okay, so TR says Haley is streaming on Twitch today at 4. So let me put the Twitch links in there because thank you for the reminder. So Charlie has a Twitch, so does Kat and Mallory and Kate and Haley and Austin and myself, if you want to follow me over there. So anyway, so our microwave was smoking, and it was not a good situation. My roommate immediately wanted to run to the door of our room, open it, and sort of like let the smoke out. But the smoke detector for our hall was just outside our door, and we lived on the 8th floor of a dorm high-rise. So we would have been the one who would cause the evacuation. And if that happened, the room that caused it would be charged money for the evacuation and the call to the fire department, because that's how it worked. And so I was like, no, don't open the door. Don't open the door. And so we wound up hauling everything that we had put on the windowsills, because they had like the bottom pane would open, and at least partially, so we would have a gap. And so we both like hauled all of our books, because we had used it as a bookshelf, off of the windowsill, opened the door, and then we stood in our room with our towels and just sort of like tried to flap the smoke out the 8th floor window of our high rise. So I have not done mac and cheese catching it on fire, but I have almost caught chocolate on fire. So yeah, don't do that. just don't do that. Okay, so Devin says Sage's streams are moving to Twitch next week. Okay, cool. So I will need to find Sage's Twitch link as well. But yeah, that's my little mini story time at the end of our stream today. So yeah, so I got a good bit done today. So I feel I've got about 70 more words that I want to edit to get to my writing goal for the day. But that is very doable. And then I will film that video that I have been avoiding filming, probably. So thank you for joining me today. My name is Jules, and I am the Dawdling writer. I am a full-time procrastinator, it feels like. And so, yes, that is, I'm going to be trying to avoid procrastinating this evening. But if I don't, I will have at least gotten a couple of things done today, which feels nice. So Elizabeth says, had a similar story with popcorn. Yeah. Okay, yay, thank you, Kat. Cat to the rescue with Sage's link. So I will, maybe if I can click on it, I will do that in a second. But so I will save that link as well. Ellie Vera says, I think I had a story like that too. I think I've accidentally included foil in the microwave. Yeah, I think I may have done that once or twice too when I was learning to cook. You're welcome for the stream. You're welcome. And I hope you'll have a wonderful Monday. And I will see y'all on Wednesday. Bye.